Okay, amazing. So welcome to your training on intuition. So a big part of, hi, Melinda. Thank you for saying hi. It's so nice to see you. A big part of the success in our manifestations and in our business is intuition. Now, I was just out in my garden. It is sunny here. It is starting to be spring in California, even though we've had really weird weather. We've had like tons of rain. We had a bomb cyclone. We had a tornado. Now it's finally beautiful again. This is my avocado tree here. And then the other tree, which you can see a little bit of, is our lemon tree. I just produced a lot of Meyer lemons and now we've harvested them. It is very pretty and I'm very grateful. Even though I'm in the middle of the city, we have made it like a little oasis back here with a lot of plants and a lot of greenery, which is something that personally as an empath and as a healer really, really nourishes me. So what I want to talk about today is how when we follow our intuition, it nourishes us so much in our business. Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be so fun? I would love that. It nourishes us like so much in our business that what happens is the money starts flowing in. So I hope I got your attention with that. Everybody that's watching, give me a comment, give me a hello if you're watching. But our intuition. So first off, like, what is it? And I think that most of you know what your intuition is, but the harder part is always following it to where it leads us, right? So our intuition, the way that I describe it, is like the inner guidance system, the system that we all have when it becomes really, really quiet, when we turn off the social media, when we turn off all the different voices of even our family members, even our loved ones, even our teachers, and we really come back to our own self and we become the true visionary of our own life and our own life success. So it's a little bit different than instinct, even though I think that our instincts, which are, when I think of intuition and instinct, I think of the solar plexus, which is below the heart chakra. And it's just below the rib cage, but above the belly button. So sometimes I like to put my hands there. I like to tap in and tune in to the feeling that I'm getting in my gut, in my solar plexus, because that is part of that inner guidance system. So one thing that we can do is we can clear that chakra. I use Reiki for this and some different alignment practices, but we can get really, really tuned into our inner guidance system to what it's telling us. The other chakra is the heart chakra. And I just did a meditation this morning with a client where we were connecting to the heart and to the solar plexus to really get into our intuition and what is going to light us up next. So first, I want to just talk about, I'm just cracking up because my puppy is like laying. Do you guys want to see her? I think I can show her. She's like, oh, she got up. She was like basking over in the yard. You guys see her by this pillow? She was completely laid out there, like in the sun. She was following her inner guidance system, which was telling her to take a nap in the sun. So the reason that we're disconnected from it is because there's so many messages that we're getting that are telling us to ignore our inner guidance system. Number one, maybe we're too busy to tune in. We don't have time to tune in. Number two, it's a very noisy place online. On social media, there's so many messages coming in. For me, I have a very open crown chakra. And if you're an empath, you might also be very open and very sensitive. You might be receiving all these different messages. There's also the reason, which is like pleasing others, why we don't listen to it. Well, it might not make other people happy. And so we're more concerned with our family, what maybe different family obligations are, how our friends might feel, how some of these older relationships that have known our past selves might feel if we start following our intuition, if we start following our inner guidance system more and more. And I'm really just here to encourage you to follow it as much as possible, because that is where the money is at in your business. Now, I'm going to tell you some personal experiences where I've been in some different coaching programs. And while I love the coaching programs that I was in, and while I love the strategies that they had to offer, is somewhat the emphasis was not on when you're following generally a one size fits all strategy. And this is not to insult the other coaches, because I do love and appreciate the strategies that they taught. But when you're following a cookie cutter system, and you can give me a little hands up or a little heart if you've been in a program like this, where when you're following a cookie cutter system, then it's not always encouraging you to follow your inner guidance and to follow those intuitive hits. Now, the way that I built my six-figure business on social media as a healer and as an intuitive business coach is I followed my inner guidance, and I followed what I was really excited about. And every time I felt really excited about something, I took an action in the direction of my dreams. And that's what I coach my clients to do, because ultimately they're manifesting some really amazing things into their lives. They're manifesting amazing sales. They're manifesting amazing clients. One just landed his dream position. And they're manifesting these things because we're getting really tuned into that frequency of joy. What is going to bring you joy in your business and in your life? Because ultimately, when we're experiencing that joy in our life, then more tends to come in. We start to become super attractive to all the different things that we want and all the different things that are deeper desires, I would say, that we really, really want to call in. So if this is resonating, I'm going to check the comments. I kind of got on a little tangent because this is something that I've been really excited to talk about in how investing in ourselves, and yay, Tammy, I know you love this topic, how investing in our dreams and investing in ourselves and then following our dreams is really where the money is at. When you're really excited about something and you put that offer out there, that translates. Instead, if you're following a cookie cutter strategy, doing a one size fits all approach, and maybe somebody is telling you, don't write that book. It's not time to write a book yet. It's not time to offer a book yet, but you really want to write a book. Well, if you're inspired and you're not taking action on your inspiration, there's going to be an incongruency in what you're doing, and you're going to feel like you're holding yourself back. There's going to be resistance, and that resistance is what starts to block our manifestations and our magnetism in life, the things that are super attractive, right? So what I want to say is how when you lean more into your self-trust, you're going to build a more sustainable and a more successful business long-term. So I launched e-courses back before that was recommended. I launched group programs back before I was doing a lot of one-on-one, because I knew from a time perspective that for me, a group program and a group dynamic where women were connecting was just richer and more authentic. And I love community. Actually, that's in my astrological chart. So if we have any astrologers in the group, and I know we have 2 or 3, that's actually in my chart, is I love building community and connections. And I love helping people to heal. And I specifically feel called to help people to heal others through their business. So when we know these kind of things, and then we're trying to follow one size fits all, what that's doing is it's blocking and it's getting in the way of our intuition. And our intuition is quite literally telling us where we can find the money. And that excitement and that joy is where the prosperity and the abundance lies. And I don't just mean financial abundance. I mean like the inner abundance and the real abundance, which is the joy and happiness. And that is our energy that we're putting out there onto the planet, and the energy that will then, the reserves that we'll use, our willpower to show up consistently and to consistently serve others in a really authentic way without burning out. So that's a little bit about how you can continue to follow your intuition. And I heard something a couple months ago and I loved it. It was a speaker and he was talking. He said, I'm just going to say, what if I followed my intuition? And what if I keep following it, right, to wherever it leads? That reminded me a lot of what I was doing when I first started hosting workshops that inspired me. And when I first started my business, I just was like taking those little baby steps. And it was really like, I don't mean baby steps, but like small shifts, small steps to following intuition. And it was really exciting to see where that led. And what it led to was building a 6-figure business. Now, that might not be your priority. You might not care about 10K months. That might not be your goal. You might have other goals, but I can promise you that if you follow your intuition, you will find true abundance and inner happiness, and you'll have that access to what I call the chest or the trunk or the treasure box of inner abundance, which is available to us all. And you'll stop feeling out of alignment, and you'll realize that it's fun to show up. It's so much more fun for me to show up online and talk about these topics that I'm really passionate about and really interested in, that it doesn't even feel like work now when I go on to do a live or when I go on to do a post that I really am excited about sharing. So let me go ahead. I'm going to stop the recording. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments.